I had a chance and a privilege to visit the place we're mentioned in the gospel today in Israel, especially here on the pool of the pool, the mention here, it's the Bethsaida, Bethsaida. In Hebrew, it's not it's not Bethsaida, but Bethesda. Bethesda. I'm stand corrected. Bethesda means Beth means house. That's why Bethlehem, it's a house of bread. Lechem means bread. Bethesda means Beth means house. Tesda means mercy, or otherwise translated as house of answers. House of answers or house of mercy. There was a man there lying, suffering for 38 years. 38 years. Waiting and lying at the pool, and no one takes the initiative to help him. And the gospel is reminding me and you, and putting it in our context nowadays, burdens, sufferings, and problems may continue to oppress and suppress us if there is no one who cares like Jesus. There will always be sickness if we don't have the care like that of Jesus. There are so many people suffering because each and everyone are only think of themselves. That's why our first reading speaks about water. Our gospel speaks about water. But what is very interesting in our first reading here, the word, the sea of stagnant waters, the water will become fresh. The water in the river, the purpose of that is not for the river itself, but the water is to give life to others. To give life. People continue to suffer because we always think of ourselves like the Dead Sea. I had also the privilege with Maria, to swim at the Dead Sea. And if you have the experience, you will float. You can even have your reading while swimming at the Dead Sea. It is called dead, because there is no opening. It is dead because the sea does not share its nutrients to others. It is dead because the focus is only the self. And connecting it on our gospel, we will continue to suffer. There's oppression and suffering, there's sickness and persecution, if we always think of ourselves like the Dead Sea. And the purpose, the mission, our calling is to make stagnant water become fresh again. But the healing of this man is very interesting because it is not the water who made him well. It is not the water that caused the healing. It is Jesus. He was cured not because of the water. He was healed not because of the water, but because of the mercy of God. That's why it's called Bethesda, because our God is an answering God. Our God is a merciful God. Unlike this man, we are asked today to present to the Lord what healing do we need in our life. Express your desire. Because Jesus is asking us to, do you want to be healed? If we wanted to be healed, there is one thing we need to do. And what's that? At the end of the gospel, Jesus said, he told the man, Do not sin anymore so that nothing worse may happen to you. Do not sin anymore. Why? Because if we keep on sinning, something worse may happen to us. That's why the gospel is reminding me and you, God is warning us. Whatever wicked things we are into, we need to stop it. Don't do it again. Refrain from repeating the same mistakes. Stay away from sin, or else you will be stagnant. You will not be fresh. But why? Because the focus of the sin is like the Dead Sea. It's all about self. We will die if we focus too much ourselves. The calling for this morning is to make our life fresh again. Not stagnant. And the best way for us to be fresh is, number one, is the mercy of God. And we need to do our part. And what is our part? Do not sin anymore. And this is the calling of Lent. Do not sin anymore, so that nothing worse may happen to us. Remember, we are healed, not because of whatsoever. The man was healed, not because of the water, but it's because of the mercy